put a gun in his mouth. They put two guns in his mouth, laid him on the ground.
The first one, where he...
But first, only on 2 tonight, a family is terrorized, threatened, and held at gunpoint. They were forced to go through a series of violent events, and now they're scared for their lives. That family telling us this all began when their son got into an argument with other kids at school.
Wow. What in the world is going on with these Sun schools, man? I've been covering a lot of that lately, even before the events in Arlington, Texas the other week. What's going on with Sun schools, man? The grades are just terribly poor. I mean, the grades are legendary poor. Like, the grades are almost as if like it's a joke. Like, you gotta be like, come on, man. Like, go ahead, where the real grades at? Where the real grades at? That is the real grade. No, whatever, man. Show me the real grades, man. You making me mad, dog. Show me the real grades, man. These are the real grades. Look, man, I told you, man. Show me the real grades, man. I ain't got time to be messing around with you, man. This crap right here. Show me the real grades. These are the real grades, boss. Look, man. Look, man. Fighting. I mean, fighting too. Like, not like fighting like, I'm talking about fighting. Like, literally, like, you look at these little kids fight, these teens, you be like, yikes. I don't even know if I can handle none of that. Like, seriously, you be like, oh, I don't want none of that. That's a lot right there, Jack. Shoo. Grades bad, violent. And of course, no one will cover this story. Too bad for the family that had to endure this. This will stay a local story. This won't get any attention. But yeah. Dangerous place. Now do you see why pasty liberals won't send their kids to school with these teens? Now you see why the same pasty liberals that are out marching and protesting on the front lines won't dare. Man, listen. They don't have money. All these glacier gliders don't have money for all that, man. Private schools. But man, they work extra jobs, take out equity in the home, get some money from the grandparents, bake sale, lemonades, whatever they gotta do. They gonna come up with that private school money. The kids ain't going to school with these kids, man.
Put a gun in his mouth. They put two guns in his mouth, laid him on the ground.
The first one, where he...
But first, only on 2 tonight, a family is terrorized, threatened, and held at gunpoint. They were forced to go through a series of violent events, and now they're scared for their lives. That family telling us this all began when their son got into an argument with other kids at school.
That led to the family being threatened in their home and a father being robbed at gunpoint. Police now identifying one of the two men suspected of being involved in the violence. The family opening up to KPRC2's Devin Clark. Only on 2, he's joining us live with more on their ordeal and the search for the people responsible. Devin?
Lauren, Chris, the woman you are about to hear from says she is so concerned for her family's safety that she asked us not to deliver this report from her neighborhood. So we're here at a nearby HPD substation where investigators are hard at work. The woman says this entire ordeal unfolded after a teenage beef got blown way out of proportion.
Lately, we've been scared. We've been panicked. We don't know what to do.
Don't you dare call them police, woman. After y'all been talking about defund the police all this time. We don't need police. We are reimagining policing, man. Okay? We in the process of reimagining it. So when you about to press 911, just imagine another alternative. Because that's what y'all imposed on the rest of us. You need to reimagine policing. So start using that imagination, girl.
Lately, we've been scared. We've been panicked. We don't know what to do.
This woman is too shaken up to be identified.
It's been hectic. It's emotionally, we're drained.
She says last month, what started as a harmless high school beef between her son and another boy over a girl escalated when the other boy showed up at their home with two grown men.
Now, I told you this stuff be over nothing. Girls. And now you got two grown men that got involved in a high school love triangle. And under normal times, they would go to jail. Now they won't. The prosecutor's not going to prosecute this. But under normal times, these guys could have done some time for this. I think about decision making and thought processes and orientation to the future. Something's missing, man. And you can't blame glacier gliders for that, man. Something is wrong from the core. Like, something wrong with the software, man. And something is wrong with the hardware. Okay? The hardware is bad, Jack. You can put a different disk in the computer. You can run a different program in the computer. But that hardware, man, that's forever, man.
We're drained.
She says last month, what started as a harmless high school beef between her son and another boy over a girl escalated when the other boy showed up at their home with two grown men.
They hopped out the car, guns drawn, and they asked, excuse my French, they asked, where was the that was talking about killing my nephew?
The woman says she and her husband de-escalated the situation, then called police.
They could have killed us right then and there.
She says she was able to identify one of the adult gunmen out of a photo lineup as convicted felon Joshua Mathis. The next day, she says things took a turn for the worse when Mathis and the man he was with the day before saw her husband at the Joyce Food Mart a few blocks away.
They put two guns in his mouth, laid him on the ground.
That's some serious stuff, Jack. Put guns in your mouth. That's some serious stuff, man. These some bad hombres, man. I mean, these some bad sunbrays, man. These some bad sun rays.
Convicted felon Joshua Mathis. The next day, she says things took a turn for the worse when Mathis and the man he was with the day before saw her husband at the Joyce Food Mart a few blocks away.
They put two guns in his mouth, laid him on the ground.
The woman says they robbed her husband for $23, his Glock handgun, and a cell phone, then told him to get up and start running home as gunfire erupted.
Oh, so hubby was packing. He had a Glock. And that's what I tell a lot of you 2A people that always hitting me with the 2A stuff in the chat. I get you. Yes, 2A will help you with some things, man. Carrying, concealed carry, it helps you with a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. However, it's not a force field. It's not a shield. It's not a bulletproof vest. If somebody gets the drop on you, man, and they tell you to freeze or they get up on you and they mean business, you gonna keep reaching? Or you gonna do what they say? Or you gonna freeze up? So this guy had the glizzy on him and he still got robbed. And they put two guns in his mouth. That's a record. I checked Guinness Book of World Records, man. That's a record, man.
Says things took a turn for the worse when Mathis and the man he was with the day before saw her husband at the Joyce Food Mart a few blocks away.
They put two guns in his mouth, laid him on the ground.
The woman says they robbed her husband for $23, his Glock handgun, and a cell phone, then told him to get up and start running home as gunfire erupted.
The bullet ricocheted off the trash can. Once the bullet ricocheted off the trash can, my husband said he went into the bayou under the bayou right there by the Joyce Food Mart and hid for a second.
Mathis nor his alleged accomplice have been seen since, but police issued warrants for Mathis's arrest with charges including aggravated assault, aggravated robbery, and unlawful carrying of a weapon. The woman says her family has other guns, but with Mathis and the other man still out on the streets, her concerns are only growing.
I want it to end, not just for me, but for everyone.
The woman believes her husband was robbed because they reported that prior incident to police. She says that still won't stop her from telling their story, hoping to get these gunmen off the street. If you have any idea where Mathis is or his alleged accomplice, you're asked to give Crime Stoppers a call at 713-222-TIPS. Reporting live outside of the HPD South Central Substation, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.